Hi everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another fixer upper which I haven't done in a little while, and this one was called Filthy Apartment that Xurbansimsx aka Jen here on YouTube made. So I'll leave a link down below to her channel so you can go and see the the speed build of her making kind of like the rundown version of the apartment, and then she put it on the gallery and asked us to fix it up, and this is what I came up with. So a little bit of money went into this. It's a little bit more expensive than what it originally was. The developers of people who took on this wanted to really make this place as best as it could be, and put as much money in as they could as possible to make it as best as it could be. So the kitchen was already kind of fixed up, so I didn't change that much. I kind of just changed the colours around a little bit, added in a new appliance here and there. I also put kind of like a backsplash on the back wall there, but I think the wall size here is medium, so as you can see the tiles go all the way up to the roof, which I wasn't really too sure about. So maybe just seeing there I was trying to put those smaller cabinets on the walls to try and cover that up a little bit, but it didn't look too good. So it does look a little bit odd how the backsplash goes all the way up, but oh well. So I kept the kitchen pretty much similar. Also added in one of those hanging pot things from the roof, which I thought was a nice little addition. And now we're going to move on to the living room in just a second, and just before I move on to that, I just want to say that you can go ahead and download this apartment off the gallery. My origin ID is RealThomasTV1, and you can also head over to Jen's gallery, which her origin ID is Jen2606, and you can go ahead and download the unfinished version. And when you download this, you have to make sure, well, I don't know if it'll be the same for mine, but for hers I had to put move objects cheat on, because for some reason it wouldn't place down without doing that. So if you're having trouble with that, then try and use that cheat and see if that works. So for this living room, I do cut out a bit of it because I don't go with this design in the end. I did actually put a fireplace in there instead. I just wasn't really too sure with the layout of that area, so I did come back to that later. This was split over 2 days, which I think is a little bit ridiculous for like a house, well, it's not even a house, of something this size, but I did start late the day before, and then today I did it in the afternoon, so I didn't have as much time on the first bit. So when I came back, which is not just yet. Oh, this is another thing I've done. Those things on the wall are not paintings, they're actually wall objects. And I don't know, I just was looking through, I was decorating the house the other day, and I came through them, and they have a couple of different colour options. So I thought it was a good different design to use for the walls. I just thought it looked a little bit interesting. I thought 3 was a little bit too much though, so I just used the 2 blue ones there. And yeah, so I'm just going around putting in little bits and pieces. What I tend to do in my speed builds is I'll go to one area, do the basics of it, then go to another area, then come back to do all the little bits and pieces like putting pictures in and rugs and that sort of thing. So I think this is the point where we'll switch over to a new day in just a second, and you'll see me a lot saving throughout this build, because I do get a little bit, I always have a feeling that my game's going to crash, because sometimes I do that and I don't save and I always regret it. So I try to save as much as I can during my games and stuff like that. So another thing I didn't realise was that I didn't change the doors. A lot of them, well, they're all run down. They came with City Living, and I forgot to actually change those, because at the beginning I did cut that bit out where I just went over and took out all the little wall decals and stuff, which made it the rundown feel. So as you can see here, I'm putting in the fireplace, which I thought was a little bit, I'm not too sure, I don't know if you would have one in an apartment or not, but I mean, it is kind of modern, so let's just pretend it's a fake one. And I did put a TV on the wall instead. That I just had it on a TV mount sort of thing before, but now it's kind of like a proper living room sort of thing, which I love how it looks now. So let me know, well, in the comment section, let me know which room you like best out of this. Annoying thing about putting apartments on the gallery is that you have to take out one section of the wall from each of the rooms to make it one room, because you can't actually you can't put it, oh my god, I can't speak. You can't put an apartment on the gallery. Okay, finally I got that really simple sentence out. I don't know why, it's just a bit annoying. I think that might be something that they could improve on in the future, because a lot of us have trouble when it comes to putting that on the gallery. And yeah, so I'm just going in now with little bits and pieces. I did put one of those little paintings, well, it was little but I scaled it up, one of those flower paintings, but I thought it looked too big there, so at the end I do come back and change that. For this wall here where the TV is, I was trying to find some lights to put next to the TV, because I thought it was a little bit bare. I did try putting brick wall on the back of the TV as well, but it just seemed to be too much brick wall, so I did take I just left it like that, and I did put some lights in there from City Living. I don't know if it looks a little bit too much, I don't know, let me know what you think about that. in builds and criticisms and stuff, if you ever have any constructive criticism, and I really appreciate if you leave it down below in the comment section as well, because you know that's going to help me improve for next time. I won't find it offensive. So now we're going on with the biggest bedroom. There's actually 3 bedrooms in this place, which is quite surprising for the size. If you're wondering where this is, it's in one of the rundown apartments in the Spice District, and I believe it's called 19 Couple of House or something. And yeah, so I did, well, like I said at the beginning, I went over quite a lot on the money, so I did, you know, at the end start to go through and try to take a couple of things out. So the PC isn't as good quality as I hoped it would be, but you know, that's alright. I'm sure that if you move into this, then once your Sims make money, you can easily upgrade stuff. And this is a fixer-upper, so I mean, I should have like fixed it completely up, but I couldn't really. So anyway, moving on. So I did try a couple of different ways to try and put a bit more colour into this room, because I felt like it was a little bit, I don't know, a little bit, just plain. Oh my god, I can't speak. I couldn't even think of that stupid simple word. It just looked a little bit plain. Okay, there we go. So I liked, this is a colour combination I use a lot, is doing neutral colours with kind of like 1 or 2 brick walls, and then I really like that city living bed that I'm using, the one that has a little bit blue in, so you'll see in areas where there are a couple of like blue colours in the paintings and things. And yes, so I did put a TV in there as well. I did scale it up. The 9 things about trying to put TVs on dresses is that they don't actually fit there in the middle. They either clip to one side or the other. So a trick you have to do is like use the cheat to pull the object up and leave it there. And then you have to move the dresser out the way and place it down where you think it would be, then move the dresser back in place. That's the only way I found to do it. There's probably an easier way, but I always have trouble when it comes to clipping things onto counters and stuff. It always just doesn't look too good, so that's the way I have to do it. So for the bathroom, again, I kept it neutral colours. That's something that I wanted to keep throughout this build a lot. That's something I do in a lot of my builds, actually, is neutral colours. I think I need to start expanding my colours. Colour scheme, is that the right word? Because I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, but it is one of my favourite colour combinations to use. So yeah, there's 3 bedrooms in this place and just 1 bathroom. There's the master bedroom, then I got, where we're working on right now is the kids bedroom, and then there's also another bedroom as well, which is like a teens room or just another spare bedroom. I didn't really make it for any particular gender or age really, it's just neutral ones, and I suppose teens could live there, or maybe kids as well, but I would suggest putting a couple of toys in or something like that, because the other bedroom, which we'll move on to do in just a second, is a little bit boring, but you know, we're starting to run out of money a little bit, so you know, it did get to struggle a little bit towards the end. And yeah, so now we're, well, I didn't want to put a desk in here, but we didn't have enough money to put another computer, so I just filled it up with some stuff, just a couple of clutter items, which I don't tend to use a lot of my builds, actually. I used to, but I heard somebody say that it's kind of, if you think about it, when you move into a house, there wouldn't be clutter there, because, you know, that's kind of like your personal belongings, which you put in over time. So when when you get in a new house, it's kind of bare with just the basic furniture in. So I kind of like that idea. So that's why I don't really put clutter in a lot. But you know, it does like fill up the space a little bit sometimes, so it is a good way to use it. So yeah, so we're just going in with little bits and pieces now for the kids' room, and I'm starting to get a little bit lag. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. I think there's a little bit of lag towards the end of the build as well for some reason, but oh my god, I'm getting worried now. It's going to look like this for the rest of the build. I hope it doesn't, otherwise I'm going to have to try and cut it out. So I don't know which bit we're up to because it's completely frozen. Oh, I think we're moving on to, yeah, we're moving on to this next bedroom now. I did change the bed around a couple of times. I'm sorry if you're still getting lag now. It's starting to speed up a little bit for me. There we go, it's gone. So yeah, I did change the bed around a couple of times. This is the one I went with, just a neutral colour again. Does have a pop of a red colour there, which I thought was good, because, you know, like I said about the neutral colours, is nice in, you know, a room or two to have something that stands out a little bit. So I kept the furniture in here pretty basic. I didn't have a lot of money left to actually do anything with it, really. I felt like I was putting a lot of paintings in here. It was just hard to think of ways to fill up the space, really, and that was paintings is kind of like you go to when you need to fill up space. So that's what I did, but I felt like I went a little bit overkill on them, but at the same time, if I didn't put it in, then it looked too bare. So oh god. So there's also a balcony on here as well, which I kind of didn't realise at the start. I did put wood flooring out there, but I did change it to a concrete because I thought it looked a little bit better for outside. And yeah, it took me like literally about 3 seconds to do the outside, and we're finished with it already. I just put one chair in there, a barbecue, and also like a seating table as well. There's also a planter pot, one of those plant pot things, so you can do a little bit of gardening there, because you know you can't actually do proper gardening on a balcony. So yeah, now we're going in with a couple of final touches. I'm just putting a couple of rugs here around the main area, and that is pretty much it. So in a minute we're going to be moving on to the screenshots as well. In the comment section down below, let me know what you thought of this build, and you, like I said, head over to the gallery to download this or the unfinished version on Jen's gallery. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!